This month marks 12 years since the terror bombings in Madrid that killed 200 people and injured 1,800. That's why March 11th is designated as Victims of Terrorism Remembrance Day. This hearing in the European Parliament brings together victims of terrorism from across Europe and beyond, with calls for more support from the European Union. The event also included officials from the EU and Europol to discuss victim support and their rights. It was organized by the EPP Group's Teresa Jiménez-Becerril, whose brother and sister-in-law died in an attack by the Basque group ETA.
They were 36 years old, they have 3 little kids, and I think it is very important because the victim of terrorism has a special, they have something that makes them different than the other victim. They need protection. They need protection not to be victimized again, suffer another victimization after. And also they have to be protected by media, by political influence. We have to defend rights like memory, like dignity, like truth and justice above all.
Among the groups attending, the French Association of Victims, an organization whose work has expanded greatly, sadly, in the wake of terror attacks there last year. Guillermo Denois de Saint-Marc is the president. His father was killed in the bombing of a French UTA jetliner over the Sahara by Libyan agents.
As I'm a victim of terrorism, I've lost my father in a terrorist attack 26 years ago. It's very important for us victims to be present in such discussions. There is a real need, of course, for more security and more protection of the victims, but also more care once the terrorist attacks happens. And we could see that in France, many things didn't work properly, and France was prepared for that. So what would it be in a country where nobody's prepared?
The hearing included testimonials from a number of victims. They discussed the challenges they face and the help they should receive.
My husband was one of the firefighters killed on September 11th, 2001. One of the issues with terrorist attacks is the family has experienced a personal loss, but you're part of something so much bigger than yourself because it was my loss. My husband wasn't the target. My nation was the target. And so how do you go on from there, and what kind of help can the local, state, and federal government, give to victims?
A directive for the rights of crime victims already exists, including financial support, psychological help, and assistance through legal procedures. But the EPP Group is calling on the European Commission to consider a directive specifically for terror victims. The healing from a terrorist attack can never be complete. The scars run deep from lives lost, lives shattered. That's why an important part of the remembrance should be support for the victims, arguably the most important part of never forgetting. Find out more about the activities of the largest political force in Parliament by checking eppgroup.eu. Thanks for watching, and see you again soon.